Alright, so nagbabalik tayo sa ating violin tips and tricks. And for today's video, I want to talk about playing fast. Kasi a lot of people are thinking that playing things fast makes it better. But is faster really better? No. So, let's try to understand paano ba nagiging mas maganda yung isang piece, how you can make something good without making it fast, diba? No, yeah. So, starting off, I think not everything can be better that is fast, no? And not everything that is fast is supposedly harder, no? Kasi a lot of people, especially beginners, think na, okay, if I can play this fast as I can, magaling na ako, no? They think they're getting better. But the thing is, you always need to play within the confines or context, 'di ba? Kung ano yung tinutugtog mo. Let's say, Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, no? If you play it so fast, maintindihan pa ba yun ng nakikinig sa'yo? Will the listener still understand what you're trying to convey? 'Di ba? Tempo is just a part of the music. And if you focus solely on just playing fast, yeah, you can play as fast as you can, but will you be still an effective musician? No? Not just a violinist. No? And sometimes, it breaks everything up, diba? Parang lalo lang pumapangit kasi bumibilis ka na ng bumibilis. And especially if you're not really good in, keeping time, nawawala yung essence talaga ng music. I had this experience when I was still young na parang, okay, ganun nga, as long as I'm playing it fast, parang ang galing-galing ko, no? Parang, if you're even in a chamber setting, parang, okay, if I can play this faster than everyone else, parang naging race. But remember that music is not a race. It's an art form, a form of expression. Diba? And what's more important is that you stick with what the composer wants you to play or wants you to sound like, di ba? Kaya mahalaga tinitignan natin yung tempo markings within the piece, no? If wala, we try to listen to recordings kung ano ba yung dapat na tempo. And it's not always good to always be playing fast. Bakit? Actually, for me, it's easier to play fast. Why? Kasi hindi mo maririnig yung mga mali. Kaya a lot of people just stick to just play it fast. Pabilis na pabilis para hindi mo na naririnig yung nuances, di ba? Sometimes hindi mo na naririnig kung na-out of tune ka ba or nabubulol na yung piece. And it ends up making it sound worse than how it should be played, no? So, yun yung pangit pag lagi kang mabilis. And a lot of people just neglect slow practice, no? Parang, ayun na, nagagawa niya na ng mabilis. So, hindi ko nagagawin ng mabagal kasi kaya ko na eh. Kaya ko na gawin at the tempo that I want. But, everything else suffers. Bumilis lang, pero hindi gumanda yung tunog, no? We, as musicians, just want to have the best sound that we can produce, diba? Yun yung importante, yung sound or yung tunog mo. The tone that you can produce while playing, no? It doesn't need always to be fast. Sometimes, going under tempo nga is better, mas clear mo mapapalabas yung notes. And a lot of people fear that, no, kapag nag-slow practice kasi ang mangyayari, lalabas yung mga mali. Mas madaling ma-pinpoint, okay, out of tune ka at this part, you're out of tune on this part, or sometimes mali pala yung rhythms na natutugtog natin, hindi pantay yung 16 notes, hindi pantay yung 8 notes. Those things come out when you play it slower, no? And siguro, kabaliktaran naman is playing slow passages fast. Mas madali, no? But playing those slow passages as slow as possible naman is really, really difficult. Yan. So, di ba may lumalabas nga na memes that what other people see as hard is quite easy to do. For example, yung repeated notes lang na tremolos. Sounds cool, sounds hard, but it's one of the easiest things you can do kasi gagalawin mo lang yung kamay mo, di ba? So, don't focus on speed all the time. You have to focus on the things that matter, which is your tone, your intonation, and the overall music that you want to produce, no? it's not gonna do you good if you just focus on, I wanna play something fast as I can. No? Without any goal, without any musical goals in mind. Like, how much yung difference within the dynamics, how well you play your staccatos or your short bows and long bows, you know, how much bow will you use, diba? There's a lot more things than just playing fast. Your left hand, diba? Yeah, your left hand can work as fast as it can with regards in relation to your bow, pero syempre, importante na alam natin how we can really cope up with everything. So, how do you practice slow but efficient? Of course, you always need a metronome, diba? Kasi slow doesn't mean na kahit paano na din, no? And fast doesn't mean na basta tugtog ka lang tugtog. Sometimes you rush, diba? Or you drag. So you have to be in a certain time. Hindi ka naman kukulungin, but it gives you guides na para diretso lang yung pagtugtog mo ng tama, diba? So it's really, really important that you have a metronome. And a metronome now is easily accessible, diba? You don't need to buy a new contraption or a new gadget just for it. You can download an app on your phone. It's available on your computers, diba? Sa browser, you can easily search a metronome app or whatever you need. And it will help you out, no? You just have to understand how to use it properly. Because beat or tempo is, kahit na nakasulat na siya, sometimes it's still relative on what you want to do or what you want to convey with your music, diba? Of course, what's written by a composer usually is just a guide. So, for example, nakalagay doon, ang tempo niya is 120 beats per minute. So, that's your guide. You can go above or lower than that, depending on how you want to play something. Pero, that's just your guide. Parang ito yung standard, okay? But you can deviate from it, maybe at least 10 or 20 beats higher, 10, 20 beats lower. Performance, ano na yan performance tempo mo. So, pwedeng ganun. But, of course, if you're practicing something and you wanna go slow, you can go as slow as you can para mas ma-develop mo yung sound, and then you can go as fast as you can just to develop reaction time. Kasi going slow and going fast is almost the same thing in a sense na when you go slow, your reaction time is larger. Mas marami kang magagawa within a certain period kasi malalaki yung intervals. And going fast is training the same thing, diba? You're still training your reaction time. Ngayon naman, lumiit na siya, diba? But the goal is still the same, to work within the bounds of the time that you're given. Kasi everything that we do is a reaction coming from our minds going into our body. And if we train that properly, we can play at will, at any speed that we want. And hindi lang mabilis, no? Hindi mo lang masabi na, kaya ko yung tugtugin ng mabilis. Kaya mo rin siya tugtugin ng maayos at maganda. Even though you're playing it at a faster tempo than normal, maybe you want that, di ba? Or you're trying to break world records or something. Pero your reaction time improved na kasi you practice slow. So what happens is your sound gets better. Diba? And it's all about how well you can project or present a piece. It's not about how fast. Diba? Sometimes we want to just do it as quick as possible. For what? Anong mabe-benefit natin doon? Gaganda ba yung sound natin? Or just to show off, diba? Kasi as musicians, you just want to be able to convey what you want to say, diba? If you want to say something about your music or about how you're feeling based on the music that you're playing. So, napaka-importante na alam natin how to actually play fast the right way and how to actually play slow naman the right way din. So, everything should be measured and controlled. Kasi pag wala yung control, wala lang din mangyayari sa pagtugtog natin. It won't be effective, it won't be good, no? And you're gonna waste a lot of time if you just practice as fast as you can. Tapos na. Tapos practice ka ng as slow as you can, tapos di rin pinag-iisipan. Mindfulness is really, really important. And yeah, I hope it changes your perception na hindi porket mabilis, magaling na agad, or hindi porket mabilis, maganda agad, tapos pag mabagal, pangit. No? It doesn't work that way. It's more complicated than that. But we can't say that faster is always better or slower is always better. It will depend on what you are playing, diba? Kasi if you're playing a fast piece slow, syempre, it's not gonna sound as good as you want it to. Pero if you can play it as fast, and then if you're playing a slow piece fast naman, pangit din, diba? So it's not about tempo lang, no? Tempo can't dictate if you're good or bad. It is just a part of what you are practicing as a whole, and that is about music. And I hope nakatulong tong video na to. If it did, comment down below, like this video, share this video, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. We have a ton more content coming up. Also, check out my course on Udemy. The link is down in the description box. Follow me on all my socials, and check out my music available on all major music streaming platforms powered by Dito. And this has been Ryan Monakil for Violin Tips and Tricks, and I'll see you on the next video.